The world appears in you. Sit quietly for a moment and consider something simple. Right now, you feel as though you are sitting inside a world. There is a room around you, objects around you, perhaps people somewhere nearby. It feels obvious that the world exists first and that you are inside it. But Advaita Vedanta invites a radical question. What if the opposite is true? What if the world you experience does not contain you? What if you contain the world? Not the body you call me, not the personality or the story of your life, but the awareness in which everything appears. Let us examine the situation carefully. When you see a mountain, where does the mountain appear? You may say, out there. But look again, the color, the shape, the sense of distance, all of it appears inside your experience. Without perception, there is no mountain. Without awareness, there is no perception. So the mountain exists as an appearance in consciousness. The same is true for every object. The sky, the sound of a bird, the feeling of the wind, all of it appears in awareness. Advaita Vedanta does not deny the appearance of the world, but it asks us to see something subtle. The world you experience is inseparable from consciousness, just as a dream world exists within the dreaming mind. When you dream at night, entire landscapes appear, cities, people, events. While dreaming, everything seems real, but when you wake up, you realize something surprising. The dream world was not outside you. It was made of mind itself. Advaita suggests that waking life may not be very different. Consider this carefully. Your entire life is a stream of experiences, images, sounds, thoughts, memories, sensations. All of them arise and disappear within awareness. But the awareness itself does not come and go. It is always present. Even when thoughts stop for a moment, even when there is silence, even in deep sleep, when the mind rests, there is a continuity of being. That silent presence is what the sages call the self. In Advaita Vedanta, the self is not the body. The body changes constantly. Cells die and regenerate. The body you had as a child is gone, yet you still say, I am. The self is not the mind either. Thoughts change from moment to moment. Beliefs change. Memories fade, but the sense of being aware remains. So the sages looked deeply and asked, what is this awareness that never disappears? They discovered something extraordinary. The awareness that knows your thoughts is not personal. It is universal, just as the space inside a clay pot seems separate from the vast sky. But when the pot breaks, you realize the space was never truly divided. In the same way, the consciousness in you is not different from the consciousness in anyone else. There are not many consciousnesses. There is only one awareness appearing through many minds. This is the central insight of Advaita Vedanta. The ancient sages called this universal reality Brahman. Brahman is not a god sitting somewhere in the sky. It is the infinite consciousness in which the universe appears. Everything you perceive is a form within that consciousness, just as waves arise within the ocean. The wave may believe it is separate, but in truth, it has never been anything other than water. Likewise, every being is a temporary form within the one consciousness. This is why the Upanishads declare, Tat Tvam Asi, you are that. You are not merely a body living in a universe. You are the awareness in which the universe appears. This realization is not meant to inflate the ego. In fact, it dissolves the ego completely, because the individual I is revealed to be only a passing idea. The true self is vast, silent, and boundless. Look at your own experience. Before thought appears, what is there? Silence, presence, pure being. And when the thought disappears, what remains? The same presence. Thoughts come and go like clouds, but the sky of awareness is unchanged. You are that sky. Now consider the world again. The objects around you seem solid and independent, but their existence in your experience depends entirely on perception. Color exists only because of the mind. Sound exists only when it is heard. Even time exists only as a measurement within thought. Without consciousness, the world as you know it could not appear. So which is more fundamental, the objects or the awareness that reveals them? The sages concluded something profound. Consciousness is not produced by the brain. Rather, the brain itself is an appearance within consciousness. Just as a character in a dream may appear to have a brain, but the dream itself is generated by the dreaming mind. In the same way, the universe may be an expression of universal awareness. When this insight begins to deepen, something remarkable happens. Your relationship with life changes. You no longer feel like a small creature struggling inside a hostile universe. Instead, you begin to sense that the entire cosmos is unfolding within the field of awareness that you are. This does not make you isolated. It reveals profound unity, because the same awareness that looks through your eyes is looking through every pair of eyes. This is why compassion naturally arises in awakened beings. If there is only one consciousness appearing as many forms, then harming another is like harming your own hand. Helping another is like helping yourself. The division between self and other begins to dissolve, and life becomes an expression of harmony rather than conflict. Many seekers imagine awakening as some mystical explosion, a dramatic transformation. But the sages describe it differently. Awakening is simply recognizing what has always been present. The awareness reading these words right now, that awareness has never been born. It has never aged. It has never been harmed. It is untouched by the events of life. It is the silent witness of all experiences. The mind may resist this realization, because the mind thrives on separation. It wants to maintain the identity of me and my life. But if you observe carefully, the sense of I is just another thought. It arises. It fades, like every other thought. What remains when that thought disappears? Pure awareness. In deep meditation, this becomes obvious. When the mind becomes quiet, there is a spacious clarity, no story, no identity, just presence. And in that presence, the world continues to appear. But it is no longer experienced as something separate. It is seen as a play of consciousness. The ancient texts call this Lila, the divine play. The universe is not merely a mechanical system. It is a spontaneous expression of awareness. Stars forming, rivers flowing, trees growing toward the sun, life unfolding in endless creativity. All of it is a movement within the infinite. From this perspective, the purpose of spiritual inquiry is very simple. Not to acquire new beliefs, not to escape the world, but to recognize the truth of your own nature, to see that you are not limited to a body or a mind. You are the awareness in which all bodies and minds appear. So the next time you look at the world, pause for a moment. Instead of assuming you are inside it, notice where the experience actually occurs. The colors, the sounds, the sensations, all of it appears in the open field of consciousness. That field is not somewhere far away. It is what you are. The sages ask a final question, a question that cannot be answered by thought. Before your name was given, before your memories formed, before your body appeared in this world, what were you? Not the story, not the personality, but the silent presence that has always been here. Recognize that presence. Rest in it, and you may discover something extraordinary. The universe is not something you are looking at. The universe is something appearing in you,